Easter eggs. I don't know, but I would say that a lot of like the background artists, they put little Easter eggs
Hmm.
in the show, where if you notice like in season one, you notice across the street from the row with it is a comic book store. It's called Battle World. And Battle World was the place where the Beyonder
Right.
sent all the heroes for secret wars.
New Friday, February 2nd at 8 on Disney Channel and next day on Disney Plus.
Hey guys, Terrell here, Big O Bell Media. Steve, Rodney, how you doing today?
Doing
Great.
well.
I've been waiting all week to talk to you guys. First off, I want to say, just to you two personally and the team, this show is amazing. I'm not gonna lie, I was hating a little bit when it first came out. That I really rolled around to it after the first episode, but it really got me touch deep down and hit some emotions I didn't think it was going to hit for me as the audience, but you guys did an amazing job.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And congratulations on season two.
Thank you
This
very
this is
much.
great. So question to both of you, season two. Going into this season. I mean, I've watched some episodes from the second season. Going into this season, what was the top of the to-do list for you on the things that you wanted to hit and the topics that you wanted to hit going into this season?
Well, I think the theme of this season is juice it up. And that means in every aspect, not just her suit and the technology, but in her life.
Right.
Because season one was Lunella becoming Moon Girl. Season two is her being Moon Girl. And that brings a whole new set of challenges. Now that she's known, villains are leveling up against her, maybe to make
Oh
a name
yeah.
for themselves. She has a lot of conflict because trying to keep the secret that she's Moon Girl from her family is becoming more and more difficult as days go on. And that stress is even applying to her friendship with Casey and Devil. But with that being said, we still have plenty of music and comedy and fun stuff. But yeah, it was definitely a sense that we were going to level up this season.
Yeah, and it was also just being me, Moon Girl, becoming Moon Girl in the first season, it was all light and everything. But then
Right.
as you approach the second season, it's year two stuff, and the fun and games of it becomes real. It's not really fun and games anymore. And you start to see as through the season, there'll be a little progression of her dealing with anxiety and the stresses of being a serial, the stresses of her personal and superhero life colliding and holding on to this secret and dealing with the toxic expectations that are placed on you by yourself or by another person. So, and then how we approach that in a unique and relatable way and approachable way that for the audience to empathize and see that, oh yeah, superheroes go through this too, because she's a 13-year-old girl and we don't want to forget that she is that. And so, with the credit to our writers, because of our writers, room is mainly made up of women, and it's run by Halima Lucas and Kate Kondell. And they also kind of inject what they went through as growing up and still going through as women, into Lunella's character and storylines.
Right. I'm glad you brought that up. Because I mean, I think the anxiety part of it, being a superhero, I don't think we get a lot of that outside the comics. I think when you look at the movies and you look at the cartoons, we don't really talk about that much. I mean, because a lot of Marvel is showing like these regular human people dealing with these super issues while still dealing with being a human. And like I said, the anxiety thing really threw me a curveball. I was like, wait, is this the same show? Are we still laughing? Is we still joking here? Like, so when you hit it, you see her go through that after she, gets where she is. I wasn't expecting for it to be serious, be serious, but you guys handle it respectfully. You don't make fun of it. Like you see her like try to get her handle on it. She has a conversation with her grandmother. She helps her out with it. But I was really happy to see that you guys were able to add that in there.
You want to see her go through a growth period,
Right.
as a person, as a superhero, there's a whole parallels of growth and in dealing with situation scenarios.
Am I crazy or is the art and the animation just so much better in season two? It looks absolutely amazing. I was like, man, I feel like I need 3D glasses on for some of these episodes. Like, what was something that you guys really? Because I mean, the colors pop. Like, what was something that you really wanted to get as far as like the animation that you couldn't do in the first season?
Well, I think that this season it's everything that we go into, we want to do something unique and different, and it feels like each episode is a movie, so it has its own kind of particular
Right.
style. The mixtapes, we always switch up styles for all the mixtapes. And I think our crew is incredible. And they come from kind of different generations of being in the animation industry. Some people have been in it a long time, some people are new to the industry. So they're bringing a lot of different inspirations. Spider-Verse, of course, is huge for us. Anime is huge for us. Edgar Wright's Scott Pilgrim, I'm a big fan of that, so I'm bringing that to the table. And I
Mhm.
think it's kind of the combination of throwing all of those in the blender and getting something really unique out of that is, I think, kind of the special sauce of the show. It's something that really kind of stands on its own.
Yeah, and it's something, in terms of where we were in season one, we were really finding the characters, and then season two, we really got into the groove of everything, and our artists are pretty ambitious. So even speaking on the mixtapes, that was something where it was like, okay, we're gonna level up and juice up these mixtapes visually and conceptually and artistically to do all kinds of crazy next level kind of things. And also with the music, in conjunction with that, how can we make this bigger, more visual, something for the senses that will people just blow people's minds.
Yeah, I mean, I think I'm more surprised as to how balanced you guys are able to keep it. Like with, like you said, the music and everything kind of just matching it so perfectly. I'm a big fan of like I think this is specifically made for TV, like the interlude things you have, the cards that you have. I look forward to seeing how different they're going to be because they're really cool. And just like the
Yep.
music and stuff that you have paired with it. Um, the show, like I said, I mean, it's so diverse to so many different audiences. I didn't think I would like it as much as I have been. I couldn't put it down like soon as I got it. I guess I was only able to get a few, but the Beyonder, I'm so, we, as a big comic book guy, like, seeing the Beyonder, he's always been so serious. And then we get like this super laid back, goofy version of Beyonder. Like, I'm guessing, like, I've seen him only the one episode so far, but like, what do we have more planned for this guy, or just is this what we're gonna get in season two?
Oh yeah, the Beyonder, now he's part of the Moon Girl universe. He has an arc. There is some conflict between him and Lunella about many different things. And it kind of comes to a head. So yeah, the Beyonder grows as a character. I think Lunella Lafayette is his favorite human. And I think that because he's not used to human interaction, he's a little clumsy in the emotion department. So yeah, you're going to see an interesting journey for the Beyonder in this season.
Yeah, he's like what's the character Mixoplick of the this Marvel universe, like the
Yeah,
Superman villain. Yeah. Before I get into the next, I just want to say that's that Voltron. I think that's the Lego Voltron in the background. You
yes, it
got
is.
that. I cannot find that anywhere now. It's been discontinuted. Like it's been like Lego's like, yeah, that's never coming back out. I was like, oh, okay, I should have got it when I got it. But are there anything that you guys brought into the shows from like your personal life that are like hidden Easter eggs in the background or anything that season two like people might not notice?
Hidden Easter eggs. I don't know, but I would say that a lot of like the background artists, they put little Easter eggs
Hmm.
in the show, where if you notice, like in season one, you notice across the street from the row with it is a comic book store. It's called Battle World. And Battle World was the place where the Beyonder
Right.
sent all the heroes for Secret Wars. And then you'll see some also in the background, see some names of some of the artists in the signs for the business of different businesses. So those are little Easter egg stuff that I can think of off the top of my head, um, as being first thing I can think of those.
Okay. I know, like I said, I know reading a lot of Moon Girl comics, she's known for doing a lot of crossovers. Are we
Mhm.
expecting a lot more of that in season two?
There is some crossovers. Yeah, we're bringing in a Marvel superhero called Turbo, which is a little bit more of an obscure character, but she's fantastic. We're definitely MCU complementary. So you're going to see references from the MCU kind of sprinkled throughout the series, a little bit of Easter eggs and some surprises. Some big surprises coming up on that actually.
Okay.
But yeah, it's fun because Marvel is such great partners. It's fun to be able to kind of make sure that, there's stuff to keep fans kind of keep watching.
Yeah, and it's fun just to even take the characters that we use, even the obscure characters or even the well-known characters like Molecule Man, and we kind of take it and put our spin on it and spin on their storylines and the look and put it in Negro style. So it's kind of fun that we're allowed to do that is
Right.
extra benefit.
I was not expecting Molecule Man. I was like, this is not the Molecule Man I remember. He was really, everybody is like, the clothing is like, of course, like super flamboyant. Like everybody's like really stand out. Like they want you to know, like we're not alien, but like they're like these really super unique, beyond your comprehension characters. And you mentioned Secret War. And it was a hint of that in one of the episodes of this season, the repercussions of that in one of the episodes. And like I said, I know we said the word crossover, and there's so many animation projects coming down the line. Are we back in the age of like cartoons crossing back over again, or are we still playing within our own sandbox?
Well, I mean, I think it was definitely intention. We didn't have a lot of cameos in the first season because we wanted Lunella to kind of stand on her own as a character. But now that she is, it's definitely fun to just bring in some other things that we love and are influenced by into second season. So yeah, stay tuned because there's definitely some surprises coming up.
All right, guys, I'll end it with one last question. What is the takeaway you want the fans to go into season 2? Like, what do you want them to, I guess, expect in season 2? I mean, obviously watch trailers, but like, what are you something that you would say looking forward to?
Well, I guess, it's hard to say. Just, look forward to even more adventures, even more great music, and more emotional ups and downs in the journey of Lunella and her family, and lots of discoveries. And I guess that's it. Just watch the show February 2nd on Disney Channel, and then on the next day we're gonna be dropping 14 episodes on Disney Plus.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So I think you just expect to spend a lot of time catching up with Lunella and her aunt and Devil with their adventures.
Yeah, and I agree, and I think kids, get your parents.
Yeah.
Sit on the couch with you and watch it together. I think that there's so many episodes that would be fun to kind of talk about afterwards, as a family, just to kind of explore thematically what the episode was talking about. Because I do feel like we make this, primarily for kids because that's our audience.
Right.
But I do feel that we make it entertaining and interesting enough for everybody because that's kind of our goal. So yeah, so just more Moon Girl magic this season.
That is the answer. More Moon Girl magic.
Yeah.
Rodney, Steve, I appreciate you for doing this interview with me. Please thank you for taking the time for doing this. You answered a lot of questions that I have. Please continue to do this amazing work. You and the entire team, everybody's doing a great job. I need the soundtrack on vinyl though. Let's make that happen.
Oh, so would I. Oh my gosh, so would I.
I'm thinking about it.
Soundtrack's coming out the same day on February 2nd too.
The
So
streaming. Yes,
Streaming.
February 2nd on your favorite streaming services. Yes.
Let me cue that up right now. Thank you so much, guys.
Thank you.
thank you.